What's up, you guys? Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night to talk to you about physical media, about Blu-rays and 4Ks, like what's in this box right here. The way we like to buy and own our movies and TV shows, even if it's on DVD. If you're a collector, if you want to be a collector, I believe you're in the right spot. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we're posting. All of us YouTubers say we when it's usually just, honestly, I. You know, the we part comes in the comments, is when I want to talk to you guys, when I want to hear what you think, what you're collecting, that kind of thing. If you like movies, you like collecting, or you want to be a collector, again, this is the right spot. So join me. Anyway, I'm excited. Back in June, I ordered a handful of titles from the Severin summer sale. Now, I want to say something about this order because it took, 2 months nearly to get here. And I sent an email a few days ago to Severin just asking, what's the update? When are things shipping? What's going on? Because it's a big deal when I get my Vinegar Syndrome pickups sooner than I get my Severin pickups. And it was funny because following my email to them, a generic email goes out saying, everyone stop asking, we're shipping. And I'm like, okay, that's a funny coincidence. And then the very next day after that, my stuff shipped. So I don't know what's happening over there. I do love Severin, though. This is not really a complaint as much as it is an observation of what happened. So I got a few titles. I didn't get a lot. I only got 4 titles, but they were a great price, and they're great additions to the collection, to some of my sub-collections of things. I have the overall collection, then we have things by genre, we have things by studio back here, but we also have some sub-collections of things. Most notably, we've talked about in recent, episodes, the Nunsploitation collection that I'm working on. And this is a new edition. This is a 1990 Lucio Fulci film, Demonia. Very excited to add this to my collection. As you can tell, I had already pulled these out of the box, and I've already torn the corners on the plastic because it has become obvious to me that when it comes to unboxings on camera, I suck at it, right? It takes me forever to get these things open. I'm a little bit too delicate, I guess, sometimes, because I just don't want to tear boxes and that kind of thing. So with Demonia, I was really hoping to get a slip, because I know they did slip covers, but it's fine. The important thing is the movie and all the extras. I love Lucio Fulci. His zombie movie is my number 2 favorite zombie movie of all time, with Dawn of the Dead being number 1. So this is Demonia. Basically, this tells the story of a Canadian archaeologist who accidentally wakes up a bunch of murdered nuns who had been murdered 500 years prior to this movie being the era in which the story is told, and the nuns come back to life, and then they just want to kill the archaeologist and the townspeople. It's a Fulci film. It's possible I've seen this, because I've seen a lot of Fulci, and I've seen a lot of his movies from other distributors over the years. So I'm not sure. I'll know the minute I pop this in. So with all these orders I've been doing, I've got a lot of content. I'm going to be reviewing these movies, discussing them. So if there's anything particular you want to hear about in any of these pickups over the last several episodes, please feel free to speak up and let's talk about it. And let me know, are you a Fulci fan? So my next film, I'm just looking at the date here because I couldn't remember the year, is Turkey Shoot from 1992. Was that correct? Was it 92? Yeah. 82. I was like, wait, I read that wrong. That doesn't seem right at all. Anyway, Turkey Shoot. I love these sorts of most deadly game kind of stories, and that's basically what this is. This is a dystopian, kind of a sci-fi alternate future type of thing where what are called deviants, basically, criminals, are placed in what they call re-education facilities. And in these facilities, certain ones are chosen for basically a kill or be killed opportunity to try and, gain their freedom. It's funny that these little stickies are part of Severin stuff. I'm just not used to that with boutiques. It's a very retail-y kind of thing. So anyway, I have not seen this movie, but it is definitely in my wheelhouse. Like I said, I love the sort of most deadliest game kind of things. There's the back again in case you want to see. I love that kind of story, and you'll see more of these movies based on that formula added to my collection. This has Steve Railsback in it, who we all know, and it also has Olivia Hussey, who you may know from Black Christmas. I knew from Black Christmas. I wanted to see if she'd been in anything else, and she was in the original Death on the Nile, and she was also in the 1968 version of Romeo and Juliet. Other things too, but those are the standout kind of things. So if you've seen this movie, let me know. Let me know. Is this a good one in that sort of genre? You know, I recently picked up Hard Target on 4K from Kino Lorber, which is also kind of that same formula. All right. I'm just tabbing through my screen here, you guys. Sorry for the slowness. All right, so next we have another addition to my Grindhouse sub-collections, much like the Nunsploitation. This was a women's prison thing. I actually don't have Caged Heat yet, and it's stupid. I need to get that movie because it's the sort of the movie that broke the mold. But this is Escape from a Women's Prison. Escape from a Women's Prison. And then let me tell you the year on that one. It's 1978. I knew it was 70s, but I don't like to, you guys will call me out if I tell you wrong. So this tells the story of some convicts who escaped from a women's prison. And actually, this one goes a little bit further than a lot of these movies do in the escape part. You know, most of those movies are spent in the prison, and it's a lot of, TNA and that kind of thing. But this one actually, interestingly, steps out of the prison. They escape from the prison and take a bus full of female athletes hostage. And eventually they end up having to hole up in a judge's house. I feel like this is kind of spoiler territory, but this is what's on the box. This is what's in the description. So hopefully there's more going on here than just this. But they hole up in a judge's house and are surrounded by the police and end up having to fight for, their survival and their freedom and all that jazz. It sounds like a fun movie. I haven't seen it. It was a cold buy, as a blind buy. So we'll see how long this actually stays in the collection. Severin gives us disc art. Do we have reversible art? I haven't been looking. We usually don't with Severin. I am not a big fan of the Severin black box, and it's unfortunate because I think Severin was doing these black boxes, I believe, before 4K came out. And they were cooler then, but now it's like, it's kind of generic feeling. All right, so let's get to the last film. If you've seen that one, let me know. All right, so finally we're talking about the 1972 film Cannibal Man. It's a Spanish horror movie, again from 1972. And it tells the story of a man who accidentally kills a taxi driver. And it at that point, he spirals out of control and begins killing other people in order to cover up the crime, but then has to start using his day job to dispose of a multitude of bodies that are at one point hidden in his bedroom. This one did come with a slipcover. I've had this movie previously in a DVD. This is a cool movie, kind of a batshit crazy movie. So there's the slip, and then there's the inside art. Let's see if we have reversible art on this one, because why would they? And here's the back. There you go. So you can pause and read up if you want. I hate that there's. I should have pulled this. I honestly should have done this. Like I said, I suck at the opening stuff on camera. But anyway, I got it. So let's see, did we get reversible art on this one? We did. We did get reversible art. This is the same as the slip, essentially. I'm going to flip it around, and then I'll give you the grand reveal, if I can, if there's no nudity. There is nudity on the back, so I won't be showing you the back of the box. But it looks as though I can show you the front. There's the artwork on the front. That's all you get, because there's some nudity on the back. Anyway, so yeah, this is a crazy little Spanish movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I'm hoping this Severin release is kind of the definitive one. I don't see this becoming a 4K release. I mean, it could. Crazier things that have happened. But anyway, that's my 4 pickups, my little tiny haul from the Severin Severin Films sale. If you bought some stuff, let me know. I'd love to see it. If you have videos up of your pickups, would love to see those. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you picked up, and let me know what you think of my pickups. Until next we meet, pull something cool off the shelf, share it with your friends and family, and remind them why physical media is the best way to watch films and TV at home. I'll see you guys on the next one.